Make sure that thing recording. There we go. Looks like it's gonna record. Okay, guys. Look here, we got this old boy. I think he was running everybody out the other night. Wasn't you, son? You ready to go for a ride? I'll get you loaded up. He acts pretty calm right now. But and he'll be there calm here in a second. Alright, let me get this rat's nest untangled. I never did untangle it from the other morning. Probably should do some equipment maintenance, huh? I guess what you might call it. There we go. Yeah, golly, it's Saturday, but I kind of got to hurry still because one of my a couple of my grandsons have ball games this morning. I gotta clean this truck out. I've always got to clean my truck out, don't I? What do you think, old boy? Yeah. Chomp them little tapers. Oh, they mowed that. Oh, man. Look at that. We'll look at that here in just a second. They mowed that. You're not a mega monster, but you are an old bruiser. Yeah. What do you think, old bruiser? Old bruiser? What do you think? Oh, you ornery. Okay, let's get you out of there. I ain't trying to tease you or nothing, buddy. Just trying to get a little picture of you. Yeah. He's not. I don't think he's as big as them ones that are caught. He's just ornery, I guess. What was it? What was that show? Here we go. All right. There you go, buddy. Right up in there. Just like we planned it. Come on. Get up in there. Get up in there. Hey, get up in there. There you go. Oh, that's one gate down too quick, didn't I? Pretty good. I don't know, I've had a lot of comments. People say they can't get up his ramp, but they do pretty good, I think. I think they're a little skittish about it sometimes, but man, these dudes can run straight up a darn creek bank. I mean, you just can't imagine how athletic they are and agile, or whatever you want to call it. But let me pull up and I'll try to show you what I got in there. It's not expanded metal, not like we really think of expanded metal. It's a piece of metal that my dad had since back as far as I can remember as a little kid. I don't know where he got it. I don't know what it's even called. I mean, I'm sure you can still get it somewhere. I thought about putting wood on it, but I'd be replacing it all the time, and it's slick, and I know I could put stuff on it. But see, it's like a woven, it's like woven. It's like goes in, but it's little bitty, and it got super traction. I mean, you just can't imagine the traction that they get with it. But if you do expanded metal, those diamond ones, they're a little bit too big. They get their hoof cut in there, and that stuff is sharp, and it'll cut their little hoofs off, get hung in there. And I've seen people with the whole floor of the trailer like that. I don't know how they do it. From what little bit I've seen, it'll cut their hoofs off. So I don't know. Bigger hog, it may not matter so much, but they get the tip of it hung in there, and then when they spin around, anyway, it's bad, I think. But everybody does their own thing. I You know, I see these guys. I had a guy give me a shout out on his channel, which I super appreciate. I think my trap's falling apart here. This was an old safety that he had made on this trap, and something broke on that. But anyway, I had a guy give me a shout out. My wife, she kind of was looking up some of his comments and different things, you know, just kind of looking to see what's going on. You can't believe the hateful stuff that people say. I'm so thankful to you guys that have supported me, and just the kindness that y'all have. Man, looking at some of that stuff that people say, I'm like, oh my gosh. But he does things a certain way, and he's just starting out, I think. I need to reach out to him and see what's going on, you know. But I don't know, people are crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all, I don't like reaching out and telling people, hey, you doing that wrong. I'm not there doing it, so how do I know they're doing it wrong? Now, he may not do it, him or whoever may not do it the way I do it. That don't mean it's wrong necessarily. Yeah, there's some things. If you're sitting there smashing his hand with a hammer, you can say, hey, that's wrong. Don't do that, that'll hurt. I'm just gibberishing, but look, this is, they mowed this, I called it the nursery. It was just these old blood weeds, what we call blood weeds, and sunflowers and stuff like that. And they mowed that yesterday. So that's probably going to change up my trapping right here. There's still this big pond. We'll check it out in a minute, just a second. Hopefully it will help me, but they're not going to have that cover right there to stay in all day long, so I don't know. Which, this, I've caught a bunch of pigs here, but it's not been like I thought it was going to be, because he said there was like over 100 pigs in here, he thought. You know, I'm sure that's from babies on up, so we'll just see. I've got, I reset some more traps yesterday, so let's see, there's 4 down there we got to go check. And I didn't have anything else. I already checked. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Checked everything but the 4 I've still got, you know, that's left. And this is the only one I had so far. He came in by himself last night for a while, and I thought, you know, this is the one. He was running those other 2 boars out that I caught yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? He was running them out. This little thing, the wind blows that sand, gets it all up in your trap. And then pigs hit it and bend it all up. Getting pretty close to where I want to be right there, I think. Yeah, might come up a little bit more. Gotta watch this darn thing. I don't want to drop it on my foot. Should have got some more corn. I'm just about out of corn in my little box. I think I'll have enough for this morning though. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Like I said, I'm fixing to head out. We're fixing to go. It's probably about 20-30 minutes east of us. It's a little town over here. I've got to where they don't have enough kids in schools. Well, they're not necessarily in school, but I mean enough kids in the summer that'll play ball. So all these towns have got together, and that one town over there has made a heck of a baseball field, a complex, and that's where most all the teams just meet up over there and go and play. So I guess we'll just see. Just go ahead and do a little better bait on this right now. I gotta save some of this for my, like I said, I got 4 more traps. Yeah. let's just step over here and look at this pond real quick and see what is going on. Look at this hair where I'm supposing cows, but it could be pigs even, where they've been rubbing on it and it just made like a ring around there. Isn't that crazy? Well, we gotta watch out for snakes right here. Watch out for snakes right here. Trying to pick the easiest way to get across here without going through too much grass and tall stuff. But see those sunflowers, this here's a sunflower. And then I'm going to show you here kind of what we, of course these are all sunflowers. And this stuff right here, here's a sunflower. And this here's kind of what we call bloodweed or whatever. It's just old junk weeds. Then we got these gourds. These little gourds, I don't know what they're good for anything or what. I've heard you can eat the blooms, like deep fry the blooms off of them or something. I don't know. And let's see if there's any thing over here. Pretty little pond in it. I bet it's pretty deep. It's got this big dam all around it. Well, you see they come from off down in there. That's a big main creek right there. And it runs off into the river. And they come across the river and up these creeks right there. And they come on up and filter off into these other creeks. There's probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 other pretty big creeks that run into that, and then that runs in the river. Anyway, it's just a big, it just fingers off, and them hogs just constantly filtering out through there. And it's an awesome spot for me. Of course, we go about everywhere now. We go into all of our surrounding counties, and just a little bit of everywhere. All right, guys, let's get on to these next 4 traps, isn't it? 4 traps. And gotta get over and watch. At least this morning they're having ball games pretty early, so hopefully it won't be mega hot is my point. Is that gonna hang on that? Okay, I think it's gonna be all right. I got that set. I got my camera turned back, and we got this big boy right here. Nice pig. I'm guessing, watch it, I'm guessing 150s. He's kind of poor looking. I mean, he's not just super poor, but what is it, buddy? What is it? I know, I'm not trying to tease or anything. Alright, look at it, and he really got little bitty feet. Look, his feet are almost shaped like a sow. Kind of longer toes. Alright, we gotta get over there. Hopefully we got some over there. They had plowed all of that, so maybe that'll help me catch something over there where we're headed. It's 7:08, or 7:09 right now. And we have to be over at the ball game at 8, so I should be good. Always rushing. Always rushing around. Appreciate y'all. If y'all would like and subscribe and share. And like I say, appreciate everybody, the people that have been giving me shout outs on for my channel. I believe that one guy I seen yesterday, and I guess he may have done this months ago, but one of my buddies from work was watching his channel, and he came in and he said, my dad just seen this guy, and he gave your channel a shout out, and he is North Texas Hogger, I believe. Thank you, appreciate that. I don't know him. I just watched that one video. I need to watch some more of his videos, and looked like that one maybe had went like viral or something. And so anyway, just wish him the best. Hope he catches a bunch of hogs, and he may be south of me here across the river into Texas somewhere. I'm not real sure all the details yet. I probably shouldn't even talk about it. I don't know. But anyway, appreciate y'all and your support and all the kindness. And you know, if we don't agree or like what somebody's doing, we ain't got to be hateful or nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't understand that. And I've had a lot of people that don't agree with everything I do. Of course, nobody's going to. And that's fine. Give me great suggestions, and I appreciate that. But you look at some of these some channels and some of the comments, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And not just on pig trapping, but I mean everything in life. And I'm like, my wife, she loves flowers, and she does flowers. I told her she ought to make her own channel about flowers, you know. She goes to Trader Joe's and all these Lowe's, Home Depot, everywhere, and she gets all their flowers that are on their last leg, and she revives them, and we've got flowers all over our house, you know, inside and outside. She loves it. And but even on some of those channels, people just hammer each other, and I'm like, why? Why? There's so much junk in this world, and we ought to be supporting each other and helping each other, you know. I don't know. Well, people gotta be so negative. Do people just sit at home and are just so mad that they just gotta hurt somebody else? I don't understand that. I really don't. Am I 100% positive all the time? No. I know I'm not. And I mean, you get me off on our country and stuff like that that's going on right now. Yeah, I probably sound pretty negative, but I'm also positive that the Lord has it in His hands, and nothing happens without Him knowing about it, no matter how good or bad we think it is. But anyway, just be positive. That old saying, if you can't say something nice, just don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all do what you want, but I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Appreciate y'all. Let's go down here and check these other traps. And if I have something, then this will be a bit longer video. Appreciate you guys. I've got 3 monsters here that probably total might weigh 40-50 pounds. This is I already checked one, but this is the other 3 to those 4 I was telling you about traps. There's 2 in this one and 1 in this other one. I don't know if y'all can see them over there, little bitty guys. Oh boy. Alright, let's see what we can do. See if we can get them out without losing the big boy. What are you doing, you big monsters? Oh dear. Look at these little guys. Alright. You gotta be careful that you don't get back out. It's gonna be a beautiful day. That trap is tripped. I'm gonna say, yes, I did have some pigs in there, and they must have got out there or out these little holes. Little boogers. Okay. Let's see here. Straighten this up a little bit. Get my... watch out. I know he can't get me, but we got sharp tooth there on top, boy. Woo. You got a sharp old tooth up there on top. Alright, let's see what we're doing. Yeah, let's go this way. What are you doing, little guys? You little guys? Okay, gotta put my board on, but it's been a while since I loaded out these traps right here. Yipper. It has been a day or 2 on these. This board, I don't know if y'all can tell, look how much that board is bowed. And the moisture at night, I get up, this thing will be straight or be bowed or bowed. It's crazy how much this wood changes. Now it's been super dry, and that thing is just bowed. It's weird. And if it rains or heavy dew tonight, I get up in the morning, that thing will be a totally different shape. I know that sounds weird, but I guarantee it will be. Okay. Yeah, I got to make this a priority of cleaning this pickup out. Okay, little guys. What do we got here? Oh, that's the one I tied to the pickup with. Okay. Yeah, I don't need this opening very big. I don't want these guys to, they're not very big. They don't need a big old hole to get in and out of. See, I'll put this one over here. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a load. Don't quote me again, but I think I've got 26 in my pen. So if that's true, this will be what, 30? 27, 28, 29, 30 if I get all these loaded without losing any of these little guys or the big one. And yes, it happens. It's very rare that it happens, but you know, it could happen. There's still a pretty good group here, I think. I've seen a pretty good group way out there the day before they cut this. So, I mean, it wasn't monster group, but there was probably 4 or 5 bigger hogs, and there's no telling how many of these littler guys are still left. Let's pull that trap around. I got it knocked all around. Get it tied on here. You little boogers. Keep knocking it around. Oh, calm down. Calm down. You little snots. You little boogers. Okay, there we go. Now, it's just amazing how long all this takes, you know? You think, oh, I'll run down here and I'll load these pigs, and sometimes it takes a while. There's some old heaters I got that I've been gonna put on my junk pile. They quit working. I had them there to keep one in my bathroom all the time. Get in and out of the shower. I kind of like it to be a little bit warm sometimes, especially in the winter. I don't know. I just enjoy that little bit of warmth. All right, little buddies. Hey, get back. You vicious little sucker. You vicious little dude. Come on. Come on, get on up here. There you go. Get right on up there. Get in there, boy. Hip. There you go. There you go. Let me shut this door. They gotta, hey. I don't know why they gotta fight each other. Some little guys ain't necessarily fighting. Like that big one. I don't know. They're crazy, man. They're crazy. All right, we got that. Let me just throw stuff right up here for now, because we got to get this other little monster out of here. Okay. Hang that on there. All right, let me just pull up and we'll get over there and see if we can get that guy And I'll move all my stuff over there. Man, they plowed this thing. Big old dirt clods, and it's rough. I don't know if you can tell how rough. Whew. Okay, I think the back end's actually hitting some of them clods. I'm probably just overweight with these 4 monsters. Ah, look at that big guy. Oh boy. Barely big enough to stay in the trap. They kind of messed me up on this plowing this field, but I'm hoping it'll help concentrate their thoughts to right here. Dang. I run over this a few times, it'll kind of get knocked back down where I can drive over it. I'm hoping this will concentrate them all to right here on this spot more. But they go in and out up here on that side some, but it gets so wet then and there, and now they've plowed it, of course. I don't want to try to get over there and mess up their field or anything. Which is dry now, of course. It hasn't rained. And, oh my gosh, how long has it been since it rained? It doesn't seem that long, but man, it is dry. Dry. Okay, let me get my board. We got everything right here, looks like it. Yeah. The group came through here last night. I just didn't do too good. But that's 3 more that won't grow up and be. Look at it, that little bitty guy moving this whole trap. I mean, this ain't a mega heavy trap or anything, but it's amazing how much they can move them. You know, dude, you've hit it 40 times and you ain't got out. I mean, just stop. Just stop. Oh. All right. I get over here and watch my grandkids play baseball. That stick looked like a snake when I come up here, like his head was up, you know. Like, oh boy. Cause right here, man, it's around this creek. You could have cottonmouths and copperheads or rattlesnakes, but mainly cottonmouths probably. All right. I'm just yakking this morning. Don't really know nothing, just tired and you go relax. I say relax, probably more excited over at the ball game. Oh, that's the one I gotta leave there. Okay. That's hot, ain't it, baby? Yeah. It is hot. Okay. You little turkey. Quit it. You're a mean little dude. You are a mean little dude. Uh-oh, I gotta undo my door there. All right. Easy peasy. What does that mean anyway? Easy peasy. Very simple, I guess. But there's a good water hole right there. Big. I don't know how deep that little pond is. Stays covered in that old green moss looking stuff. I don't know what that is either. Yeah. Seeds off of trees or moss or something. Oh, guy. Again, I did love, it's called, I believe, the rope or ratchet. And I don't get paid by them or nothing like that. But this is the, is it 3/8? I think the 3/8 size, about perfect for me. And you can just throw that thing on there, grab the handle, and go. All right. Get my junk loaded up and get these guys dropped off. So so they can get them a drink and wallow in a nice cool mud puddle. I had to have state inspectionist on my pen and it passed, so that was all awesome. There's a lot more to this stuff than people know, you know. It's not just, oh, you throw some corn out here and you catch a pig and it don't cost you anything. No, you got to pay your state fees, which aren't just super bad, but you still got to do it. Then you got corn expense, and then if y'all seen my video where the trailer broke and fell on my pickup when I was picking up corn, you got that expense where it destroyed the bed of my pickup, which I still hadn't got fixed because the body shops are all full from all the hail damage from the storms we've been having. And mine is not, you know, it's not gonna cause any more damage. It's not like the windows are knocked out, ruining the seats or anything like some of those vehicles where the hail knocked the windows completely out. But it'll get fixed. We have a good body shop, Max Body Shop. They do an awesome job. I've known them guys for as long as I can remember, his dad, and I can remember my dad taking me to be this guy that's running it now, his grandpa's place, and they were cutting the top off of a car, putting a new top on it, and that had rolled or something. And they used to get these pickups from auction, these real fancy pickups that have been rolled, like what am I trying to say? These real fancy Fords and Chevys and stuff, and they would put new cabs on them, new tops, and I mean, you could not tell. They look like brand new vehicles, man. They do an awesome job. I don't know how much of that they do anymore because they got so much other body work all the time. They stay booked up all the time, I think. All right. Anyway, they do a good job. It's like he was talking, the guy now that's there, his dad, was telling me one time he wouldn't hardly do, you know, like people bring these old cars and pickups in and say, what would you charge me to repaint this? And all. He said, I just got to where I wouldn't even do them anymore because it takes so much time and they just stay so busy. But it takes so much time to do one right, and you've got all that old paint and body work and stuff to deal with, and stuff that people's already messed up. And if you want it done right, sometimes you have to totally redo all that and all the sanding and the hand sanding. And he said, you know, people just don't understand how much time that takes. And yeah, there's still a place for that and to make money and stuff, but he said, you know, you can't even take care of your regular customers because, you know, it's an overwhelming amount of time, and to charge for that time, he said, just becomes so expensive. You know, he's not trying to gouge the people, he said, but you know, you can't do it for free. You got to make money too. So anyway, it was just interesting talking with him about it. All right, let's see. I know I jump around like I probably have like ADHD or something. I'm kind of like that dog, you know, that sees the shiny thing. Look, squirrel, bird, shiny thing. That's the way I talk sometimes, I guess. I'll be talking along and I'll switch topics completely. My wife gives me a hard time. She's like, what are you doing? I don't know, something pops into my mind. Then I just randomly start talking about it. Do y'all ever do that? I'm like, even in just stuff in life, I'll have like 14 projects going, and I've got to stop myself and say, okay, this is way out of hand. Let's let's do one. Let's finish this one and do it right, and then we'll move on to the next one. Sometimes I got to do that. And but I guess if you have enough things going on, it keeps you busy. I'm never lacking for something to do, that's for sure. And most of it is my own fault because I dream up more projects. I ought to have just a YouTube channel for just for that, you know, ADHD or something. I don't know. So a lot of that, I think, with men and boys, if you got a young boy that is very active, running, jumping, and all that, there may not be necessarily nothing wrong with him. That's just a boy. I mean, boys need to be. Me and my brother, I have 3 brothers. There's 4 of us boys, and we grew up out in the country. We always was doing something. We hardly was ever in the house. When we woke up, we was headed out. We was going fishing, swimming. We swam in them old ponds, and nowadays people say, oh, they got bacteria in this. I guess they do. I don't know, but we never heard of nothing like that back then. Maybe because there wasn't cell phones and YouTube and stuff, but we would be all day long swimming in the ponds, throwing mud balls at each other, and fighting and wrestling and just having a good time and fishing. And we would swim during the heat of the day, and then we would fish. And at night we had a cabin down at our old pond. We would get an old lantern and sit in there, and we'd play like Monopoly and board games and stuff like that, and run trot lines. And we just had a blast growing up. We all had 22 rifles. We would just go out and plink at stuff, and we didn't hurt nobody. We were safe. My dad, he was very safety. Man, he'd have beat us with a you know, like there's a lot of kids I grew up with that shot each other with BB guns, and that's cool, whatever. But man, my dad would have beat us half to death. I mean, because you can cripple somebody, put their eyes out, or paralyze them, anything else, you know. But it's kind of era that I grew up in. Nowadays, it's, oh my gosh, you can't let them go outside with that 40 pounds of sunscreen. And man, we were tan and dirty. I think the dirt was our sunscreen. And then we'd get in the pond, and we'd swim and be in that water all day. So I don't know, we just had a great time. I wouldn't have traded my childhood for anything. Yeah, there was tough times, there was hard times, there was work and different things, but I loved it. I loved growing up with my brothers. I loved all of them. They've all come to know Jesus as well. We were all kind of goofballs at one time, and went through those years, and they're all doing good right now. Everybody's working and families, and it's just really great. And I'm very grateful for that. Anyway, let's get this gate shut. I don't know if y'all can see the ants. Look at all the ants, man. They are getting it. It's nice and cool this morning, and they are working. You can tell, if I can show you, I don't know if you can see that one right there, carrying his food back to his house. So his house is that way, so you can just track them down over here wherever at. I don't know where they're. Okay, here they're still going. Here they're still going. I don't know if y'all can see them in this camera. Tons of ants. Look at this. How many ants is in an anthill anyway? Look at that. Y'all see that? How far did they go during the day? That's what's crazy. They're going right down this road. Oh, I bet I see their anthill way over here. Yep. Look at this, way over here. Here's their anthill. Look at that highway coming in there. If y'all can see that, I hope that turns out good on video. Look right here. There's their anthill. Right there. That is so cool. I've just always been fascinated with red ants. I don't know why. As kids, we would watch them. And the horny toads, they'll sit right up on the ant bed. And ants crawling all over them. They'll just eat them like candy. And when you poison a red ant bed, you're probably killing them horny toads, things like that eat the ants. Which, I'm not saying you shouldn't poison their ant beds, but because when they bite you, they can be, I mean, to some people, probably lethal. I remember my grandma, man, it would almost kill her to get bit by a red ant. And they didn't have EpiPens and all that stuff back then. Anyway, let me get this gate shut. I'm just rambling. I gotta get the ball game. Appreciate you guys. See ya.